So as far as severe weather goes, all right, I'll show you our SPC day 1. You can see where the strongest storms are well down here. We're not even under any type of storm threat tonight. And we'll go to day 2. There's a small risk tomorrow afternoon for an isolated strong to severe storm, basically Interstate 77 and south of Interstate 90 endpoints east. You can see it does include Akron right on the edge, Canton, Dover, New Philly, Ashtabula, Cortland, Youngstown, Canton, Ravenna, part of Geauga County, and all of Carroll County. So there is a small risk for a severe storm, but the problem's going to be we're going to have high winds with everything. So there could be wind damage outside of any strong thunderstorm, but something we have to watch for. So kind of like a triple whammy threat here. Okay, so first we're going to show the NAM model. This is the NAM, North American model. And let's see what we want to show. Here we go, Futurecast. All right, so we got a few scattered rain showers. They're trying to move in 8 p.m. Friday. Here comes the main batch of rain after midnight. You can see the yellows and the reds and the oranges, so some moderate to heavy rain. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., beginning to pull out of here. And notice we've got just some scattered lighter rain showers after 8 p.m. Now there is still a front to come through. 11, noon, 1, there's your little front right in there. And again, a few isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder through the afternoon. The main batch of rain comes through tonight and before sunrise on Saturday. That's the steadiest rain, and it could be the heaviest rain. And then we'll have widely scattered showers after that through Saturday. Look at 7 p.m. Saturday. This model suggests that we're going to have some snow Saturday night. What? You might see some flakes. And then Sunday finally calming down. We'll start off chilly, lower 30s, some upper 20s, and then we'll see some sunshine and warming up to near 50 by Sunday late afternoon. Okay, so Sunday's your pick day. I think Mary and I are going to go down to see the great blue herons on Sunday, because tomorrow, no way. Tomorrow's high will be right around 60 to 62, and you're like, well, that's warm, but it's going to be that way for about 10 minutes. And you're going to have 50-mile-an-hour winds around that high of 62, right around lunchtime. And then falling temps through the afternoon into the evening hours. Some of you will be in the upper 30s by 7 p.m. From 60 into the upper 30s in a matter of 6-7 hours. Okay? So a lot going on tomorrow. That's the North American model. Let's go to the HRRR. Okay, this is the 2 p.m. model run. We'll get later model runs coming in before the 11, so things could change a little bit. Again, here we go. We got rain coming in about the same time. After midnight, steady, moderate to heavy rain. There it is. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. starts to pull out by about 7. Then you get some widely scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder for the rest of the day. There's your front coming in. And there's where you might have an isolated severe wind gust of 60 miles per hour. But the forecast calls for a general wind field with gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Now the funny part about it is 1 or 2 of those thunderstorms may pull down some of those strong winds from a few thousand feet up, and hence stirring up an isolated severe weather threat there. And then we're cooling down by 6 p.m. 38, 37, 37, 37. Now this model doesn't necessarily say we're going to get some, let's take you out to 30 hours. Let's see if we get a little snow in there. Now this model doesn't have a whole lot of snow. You may see a little wet flake mixing in with any lingering raindrops. See, this is the difference in our computer guidance. These are not forecasts. These are computer guidance products that we use. We consult. We go, okay, we like this one a little better, or we're going to combine them. This would be the BAMS model, and I think we're going to see a similar thing here. Timing of the rain. You ready? All ready? Raise your hand. Tap your like button. Rain. There you go. 11. This brings the rain in a little earlier, but still midnight, 1 a.m. You're starting to see. Look at that. There's your moderate to heavy rain, 4 and 5. Now 6 a.m. starting to move out. It's lining up along the I-77 corridor and moving east. And then 7 a.m. it's just some isolated showers. There's 11 a.m. We're getting you to 61 by 11:30. There's 62 at noon. All right, let's see where we go from there. Let's go a little farther. Let's go a little farther, okay? So we had noon, okay? There's noon. Ooh, 63, 64, 65. You see how mild we are? But I haven't even shown you the winds yet. So lunchtime is when we'll see our highs. I'm going to go with about 62. If you get a degree or two warmer than that, okay. All right, don't at me. Don't at me. And then we start to see those temps going down with just some widely scattered showers lingering. By 8, you've got upper 30s, lower 40s. This model does not have any snow at all, and it keeps us dry pretty much through the evening. So most of our rain comes first before sunrise. Then we'll have some widely scattered showers and storms on Saturday, and then the high winds kick in. We'll reach our high right around lunchtime, lower 60s, maybe middle 60s for a few minutes, and then falling temps, 30s and lower 40s by 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, okay? Now let's show you some winds. Let's start with the BAMS model, the one we just finished with here. These are wind gusts. Are you ready? Wind gusts. Let's do it. 4 a.m. starting to get some gusts above 30. 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Okay, here's noon. Okay, we got 50 plus right in there. There's Lodi, there's Ashland. Akron, I saw something in there. There you go. I mean, we've got a burst of strong winds. These winds on this computer model aren't particular. I mean, they're 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now let's go to these are all high resolution models here. Let's go to wind gusts on the HRRR. We went NAM, HRRR, BAMS. Now we're going BAMS, HRRR, NAM for wind gusts. So here we go. Da 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 da. Ooh, 10 a.m. Already at 50 plus at 11. There's 56, 56, 57. Those are pretty strong winds by 2. 59. Oh, 62. There you go. 4 p.m. Saturday. Look at some of those wind speeds. This model's going all ham on the winds. This is the HRRR, the high-res rapid refresh model. Okay? So the BAMS was windy, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. The HRRR is 50 to 60. Let's see what the NAM 3 is. Here, let's go for our winds here. Sorry. Hey, you're getting to see me in my natural habitat, so I apologize if it's taken me a while. All right, so here's your NAM 3. 8 a.m. Saturday. 10 a.m. You can see 40, 50 plus mile an hour winds. There's 11. There's 1. There's 2. Ooh, 55, 56. Down around Dover, New Philly, and Carrollton. We have these little streaks at 50 plus mile an hour winds. Look at that. 58. Woo. Strong. So again, pretty much in the 50 to 60 mile an hour range, right? And then fading away. I think the HRRR is the strongest wind field and the highest wind speeds over the widest area. But you get the idea. We're going with 50 plus gusts. Some of you could see a gust to 60. That's generally what we're saying. We have a wind advisory in effect for everybody, but who cares if there's an advisory or a warning or whatever? The bottom line is prepare for wind gusts during the day tomorrow, especially afternoon and early evening, of 50 to 60 miles per hour, just about anywhere in the News 5 viewing area. So again, what could that do? How could that impact your day? Driving, both hands on the wheel. Of course, you have the rain that's causing the puddles on the roads earlier. You have some scattered showers and storms continuing into the afternoon. Then you throw in the high wind. You could see some tree limbs coming down. You could see some power outages. I think that would be the main concern, would be some power outages. Okay, so you get a 55, 60 mile an hour wind. I think there'll be some folks who lose power. Hopefully not for long. All right, hopefully not for long. Now, a couple more things to do here real quick. I don't want to, it's Friday evening. I don't want to keep you too long. I want to show you some rainfall expectations. We'll start with the NAM3. So remember, we've already got saturated ground. We saw anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 3 inches of rain yesterday, all right? Across a wide area here in northern Ohio. The ground saturated, the rivers and streams are flowing. So here we go. Let's add some more rain in. This computer model says overnight, like Sandusky, you're almost up to 2. Cleveland, you're getting up to 3/4 of an inch. So you're looking at, look at Sandusky at 2. So somewhere in the viewing area, somebody's going to get 2 inches of rain tomorrow. Generally, you're at a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches, somewhere in there, with some spots going higher. That's the NAM3 model. And it's really tough to tell you exactly where there's going to be 2 inches versus where there's going to be a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Just know it's, the potential is there area-wide. Let's do the HRRR, High Res Rapid Refresh. Rainfall accumulation. Let's see if it's a similar story. All right, here we go. 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 9, 10. Okay. Now this one has the heaviest rains in our southern counties and a little less going north, but we're still closing in on a 1/2 inch in most spots, and some of us are over 1 inch. Some of us are approaching 2, but they're different locations. One more model to show you, and then we'll summarize. Here's the BAMs. Here's the BAMs. Oh, where's my rainfall for the BAMs? Okay, here's the rainfall totals for the BAMs model. BAMS. 7 a.m. Okay, and then into 5 p.m. Saturday, most of the rain's done. So this one is reasonable. Again, you're 1/2 inch. Some spots approaching 1 inch. More widespread, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So let me just say this. We're going to go back up here and we're going to summarize. We're going to summarize. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's summarize. Here's where we are right now. Bottom line is tonight the rain comes in. Between midnight and about 7 a.m. is when we're going to have our steadiest rain and potentially the heaviest rain area wide. So you could see a quick 1/2 inch to maybe 1 inch of rain during the overnight through about 7 a.m. And then after that, for the rest of the day, Saturday, it's widely scattered showers, maybe even a stronger thunderstorm during the afternoon as the actual cold front sweeps in, early afternoon. And mainly east of Interstate 77, there could be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm. But everybody's going to experience high winds on Saturday, primarily during the afternoon and early evening when the peak winds will gust above 50 miles per hour, some approaching 60 mile an hour wind gusts. All right, so impacts. Tomorrow morning especially, you got puddles on the roads. You got slippery surfaces. You got, some potential minor flooding issues for tomorrow, especially during the morning as that heavy rain slides in and out. During the afternoon, you have potential, wind disruptions with some tree limbs coming down in your yard, maybe power lines going down. So some power outages are a real possibility Saturday, especially afternoon and evening. Then you have this temperature rise. We're going to be in the middle 40s to near 50 by 7 or 8 a.m. Saturday. We're going to go up into the lower, maybe middle 60s by lunchtime Saturday, and then the front arrives, boom, temps crash. And we go down through the 50s and 40s, some of you in the 30s by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. All right? So you got heavy rain, you got high winds, you got up and down temps, mostly down during the afternoon when you want to be the most active. Things should begin to quiet down Saturday night, and Sunday is a totally different day with much better weather for whatever you want to plan outside. Okay? So just trying to plan, help you plan. And remember, we're going to have some new computer model runs that come in here before the 11 o'clock news tonight, so we'll be able to tweak this a little bit. Martha, how are you? Cindy, how are you? Lori is here. You're babysitting a 2-month-old, Brenda? Nice. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Brenda. Kelly's Island, Lori, Brian, which directions are the winds gusts coming from? Basically the south and southwest. High profile. By the way, the turnpike between noon and I believe 8 p.m. are prohibiting high profile vehicles from traveling here in northern Ohio along the turnpike. So campers, large trucks, big vehicles that could be impacted by high winds. So let's see. April, guest papers will fly away. Kristen, how are you? Cindy's here from Cleveland. The winds are still going to be gusty Saturday evening, especially along the shoreline. Could gust about 40 miles per hour, 8 to midnight. But for most of us, the wind advisory ends at 8 p.m. The exception is northern Lorain County, Cuyahoga County, Lake County, and northern Ashtabula County, where the wind advisory goes until midnight, because winds could still be strong above 40, 45 miles per hour, even through the evening hours. But for the rest of us, the wind advisory ends at 8 p.m. Stop the wind in the spring, please, says Joe. Watching from Canton. Brenda says, my seedlings are doing great. I might have a cantaloupe or two this season. Wow, Brenda, it's pretty early to plant cantaloupes because you're not going to plant them outside for a while. So you want to make sure you put them in a pretty big pot and keep them under a very bright grow light until you can get them outside middle of May. It's a little early for cantaloupe and cucumbers. You can plant your peppers now, your onion seeds now. You can plant some of your annual flowers that you want to bloom, by June. It's real early for cucumbers, cantaloupes, pumpkins, those kind of things, squash. I'm going to plant my tomatoes beginning April 1st. I'm going to put them in the ground. I want them to have 6 to 7 weeks. Peppers take longer, so they're in now and they're starting to grow. They'll take 8 to 10 weeks before they get this big before I put them out. So your potatoes can go in now. Your onion sets can go in now. In fact, if you want big onions, you plant them in late March, early April. Otherwise, you get onions like this. My driveway garden, I'm going to do a video probably Monday. I'm ready to plant my onion sets that I had shipped in, and I'll show you how we do that. Anyway, I'm off the subject. Joni, Magic City, Ohio, yes, also known as the chicken dinner capital. Welcome to Barberton, yes indeed. Angel. There are some flowers coming up in the yard. The tulips are about that high. The daffodils are about ready to pop. What's your favorite tasting tomato? I'm not a big tomato fresh off the vine fan, but there is a cherry tomato that my son grows that I will eat right off the vine because it is sweet as sugar. Otherwise, you grind them up, put them in sauce, and I'm all in, but I am not a fresh tomato guy. I really am not. And I grow 80 tomato plants a year. I know. And I make quarts and quarts of sauce, but I love sauce, not fresh tomatoes. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. What time will the high winds start? I mean, tomorrow morning there could be wind gusts above 40 miles per hour, but I'm saying the highest wind speeds will start noonish through about 8 p.m. Okay, love having everybody here. I didn't want to keep you too long. It's a Friday night, but I really, really am grateful for each and every one of you. Make sure you like and share this video so it goes to more people. Please and thank you so we get the info out. Grateful for all of you. Be safe. Stay alert. Katie McGraw. I'm going to be here at 11 with the latest. We'll update things for you. And then Katie McGraw tomorrow morning, Good Morning Cleveland, and Phil Sakel during the afternoon and evening. Just stay with us. Stay with us. We'll get you through this. It's all good. Have a great Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see you at 11 tonight. Thanks.